Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. Monday's one of my favorite days. Get back into the routine of the week. And when you're an entrepreneur, that's one thing people who haven't been entrepreneurs know about, is that you're always on. Meaning your brain's always working, thinking on things you have to get done, thinking about next steps. And Mondays, I know a lot of people hate Mondays and they want it to be a weekend every day, but that also shows that and reinforces the point, unfortunately, that most people are just not happy at their job. So again, the point of the channel is to help you guys who want to be entrepreneurs again, to make a living on something that you're passionate about doing, something that you enjoy working on. And if you enjoy working on those things, then Monday morning should be a pleasant, welcoming morning that you get to work on that thing that you enjoy working on. And The Matrix, the title, The Matrix. I'm sure you've seen that movie long ago. I remember when I first saw it. I had to watch it a couple of times, as I'm not the most tech savvy guy in the world. I had to watch it a couple of times, and the longer time goes on, the more that movie makes sense about technology and how things come together in the Matrix. But I also see the Matrix on how you see how things get intertwined when you're working on your business, when you're an entrepreneur. There's a matrix to it all, in the sense that if you remember that movie, when Neo starts to see the Matrix and see the code language, and actually see how the world is put together. When you've been an entrepreneur for a long time and you're really grooving, that's probably a technical term there, grooving with your business model, you really start to pick up some patterns, and you feel like you are maybe in the Matrix, because you get to kind of see behind what's going on and how things are flowing together. And I think also, when you've been an entrepreneur as long as I have, maybe you also kind of develop that sixth sense, and you kind of pick up what's going on a lot easier than when you first get started. And entrepreneurship is like anything else. It's like any other skill, just like an athlete, and I do talk about often, and I should start talking about this channel again, how I compare entrepreneurs to being athletes, in the sense that you really, and I said earlier in the video, you're always on. I mean, even on the weekends where you're going mentally, hopefully a quarter, half speed. For me on Sundays, that's really the day that I try to really wind down and try to slow the thoughts down a little bit. But they still come, and so I always feel like entrepreneurs are these athletes that are always running, mentally, and so being in shape, your diet, trying to avoid alcohol if you can. These are all things that I recommend you guys doing to be more successful entrepreneurs. Obviously in life in general, just for being success in life, but the better you're able to do those things, the more well-rounded you're going to be. Because again, being an entrepreneur is being a form of an athlete, and you really need to have all the resources that you can available to you. You can't just kind of coast through it, and you don't get all that much of a day off. When you have a job, a lot of jobs, you can kind of turn it off when you get home or when you go on vacation. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're self-employed, you got your business you're working on, you got folks that are relying on you to perform. You always seem to be on, and that's something that you have to be aware of. If it's your first time looking at being an entrepreneur and you've never kind of made that plunge, that's very much has to be part of your thinking. And this channel is going to talk more about wellness and diet. I mean, it's been a huge passion of mine years ago, and I should do some videos. I'll do some videos on this as well. Years ago, I invested in a fitness gym, fitness franchise concept. Wanted, obviously always liked working out, and wanted to to help other people work out as well. And this was back in 2008 when the real estate market had taken a major turn, and wanted to find a way to diversify and also invest in like-minded businesses. And so invested in the fitness business. And what was great about that business is I learned a lot, kind of opened Pandora's box more about diet. Up until that point, obviously was working out, still do. Worked out this morning. That's another video I'll do about the importance of, if you can, working out in the morning, get your day going. And but having owned that gym and being around nutritionists, and it kind of opened that door about thinking about diet and how that affects your performance. And it's really 70% diet, 30% exercise, and alcohol is a big part of it as well. I mean, being from France originally, obviously I enjoy having red wine, and but even that red wine, even that glass of red wine at night, that sometimes I enjoyed for a while to maybe take the edge off and relax a bit. After a while, you can start to see that it slows you down just a little bit, a tad bit. And when you take a break from that, which I have completely, I haven't really had a glass of wine in 3 months, you just feel like there's another gear is there. You feel like you get another 10-15% back, and sometimes that's a difference in a day where you might not be feeling all the energy that you usually have, and having that extra 10-15% can make you push through that day productively. And so all that back to the title of the Matrix, and seeing, obviously I'm playing on words here, but there's the Matrix of seeing. When I think about the Matrix, about that movie, is being able to see how things are coming together, and it's very important. I think it's a skill that over time as an entrepreneur, again, being an athlete, you acquire, and you become a more efficient, more productive, and hopefully more successful entrepreneur. And so those are the things you want to think about. And again, it sends back to, are you doing the thing that you enjoy doing? Because don't fall for all these rich quick schemes that you see on the internet. These people are basically just trying to get your money, right? Just to get your money to get you to dream about something that they know is extremely hard and sometimes pretty near impossible to achieve. But they're just selling that dream and taking advantage of people who've never done it, because most people who've never done it don't realize how hard it is to do those things. And so don't fall for those things. It's really got to be something. If you're gonna leave your salary job, or if you're gonna go, or if you're in college and you're gonna drop what you're doing, make sure it's something that you really enjoy doing. It's an industry that, even if that business were to fall apart or fail, you're still interested in staying in it, right? And then maybe restarting something a few years down the road. But don't start something just because you think there's a lot of money to be had there. The folks that are making money in that industry that you're chasing for the money enjoy that industry, and that's what gets them through it, and that's what gets them to be quote unquote successful in that industry. So to see the Matrix of your life and the business you're working on, it's first got to start out with something that you're really interested in, and that's the point of this channel. And for me to start this, and the platform that I put together, is to help you guys flush that out, to make sure that you are working on the right idea. Because a lot of people waste a lot of time and resources working on the wrong idea, just to find out the hard way that idea really didn't match who they were, didn't really work. And so if I can help a few of you avoid that, then it'll be a win. And as I'm starting to say, my channels here, on my channel here, and on the videos, you can see I think I've posted 20, it's probably my 27th, 20th video. It's got 1 subscriber, friend of mine. So you can see that traction, right? And I did a video that I know that earlier about traction. Traction is, it takes a while in anything, but this is something I've been wanting to do and wanted to share with you guys. And so, please subscribe, like, and comment. Again, the comments help drive the conversation. And feel free to ask. You can Google me to see some of the things I've worked on. Feel free to ask questions about the things that I've worked on. iUnit.co is my main company. We focus on building modular, energy efficient housing, and happy to also share lessons there. There's folks interested in on that. But look forward to continuing the conversation with you guys, and have a great week. See you.